vlog. Today I am so excited because it's Father's Day, so I'm going to be making the Ranger his favourite lemon drizzle cake. I spoke about this over on the community pages. I gave you guys the recipe, but what I thought would be fun for us to do today, because it's something that I'm going to be doing anyway, is to add a little vlogness into it and some Hayley's help. I'm going to be giving you tips and tricks on the prep of cooking. So if you're cooking anything, what you should do first in terms of cleaning your hands and cleaning stuff that you are going to be using within your recipe. And also I'm going to be giving you tips for cleaning up afterwards. So that's going to include the sides, and it is also going to include this here, a stand mixer. Okay guys, before you start cooking, naturally the first thing we are all going to want to do is give our hands a scrubbity scrub. So I'm going to clip my hair back and we're going to head over to the sink and do some hand washing. Okay, so when it comes to hand washing, I thought it would just be fun, because that's what we like to do here on the Hayley's Help channel, is have just some fun and throw a few stats in here and there. So anyway, the stats that I recovered were this. There was a test done, and basically they watched, like, I think it was like 336 people, and they watched like them prep food and make food, like a meal for like a family, say. And nearly 100% of those people did not wash their hands properly. So that could then lead to contaminating the food and people getting sick. So it is really, really important whenever you are doing any food prep, just to make sure you wash your hand properly. And if you've got kids as well, like, so if Sienna's helping me, I really do like to watch her and make sure she's done it properly, because it's just not nice if if there are any germs or bugs on your hands and then you're going to be handling food and making a cake in this instance. And before you know it, happy freaking Father's Day. You've got a dose of salmonella. How do you like that? You're not going to enjoy it. So what you want is the water to be warm. You don't want it boiling, but you do want warm water as opposed to cold water. And you want to wet your hands before you do the whole soap routine. And we're going to be doing, like I said before, the happy birthday song twice. You don't actually need to sing it out loud. Just do it in your head twice over, and you've washed your hands sufficiently enough to kill any germs or bacteria. And there you go. My hands are now clean. Then you're going to want to dry them. When you dry them, make sure you are using a clean tea towel or cloth. You can use kitchen roll as well if you'd prefer, but just make sure it's clean. There's no point washing your hands and then using a dirty tea towel, because you're just putting dirt back on your hands and it defeats the whole process. Okay guys, next up we are moving on to the lemons that we are going to be putting in our lemon drizzle cake. Now, lemons are on the skin anyway. They've got like, they're quite porous, like with the little holes. These are a dream for bacteria, because obviously the little holes, they can get in there and they can breed and la 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 la. So it's always a good idea, if you're using the rind especially of the lemon, is to wash it first. Now for this, I'm going to be using this little gadget here. It is by a company called Utensil, and it's basically silicone. So this doesn't harbour any germs or bacteria. You can soak it in a sterilising fluid if you want, or you can just give it a wash with some antibacterial washing up liquid, which is what I do. And I know you can use some sponges and stuff for cleaning fruit and vegetables, but I just choose not to, because I just think sponges notoriously can harbour germs and bacteria, and I just think you're not just putting it back on the food. This is silicone and you don't have that problem. Okay guys, so now go ahead and start making the cake. Speed it up, Ranger, speed it up. The cakes are in the oven. We are going to leave them now for about 25 minutes. They are going to bake away. And while that is baking away, I have placed all of the stuff that I've used and that is messy in a sink of hot water with antibacterial washing up liquid. They are going to be left there now while we head over and focus on the mixer stand itself, because that is the part that gets most messy and most dirty and most neglected. I mean, as you can see, I have like splattered loads of cake mix over it, and if you don't clean that off properly, it's just going to harbour bacteria and it's going to be even harder to remove when you do finally realise you've missed bits. So we're going to head over there now and I'm going to show you guys my tips and tricks on cleaning a stand mixer. Okay guys, so before you tackle a stand mixer, you are going to need a few tools. Now, you can use things like, if you've not got any tools, you can use things like toothpicks and stuff. The tools that I am going to be using today are my trusted OXO grips. I've had these forever and they're just my favourite thing in the world. Like, they really do work well, I find, especially getting in like little crevices and stuff, which you will need to do if you have got a mixer. You are also going to need some kitchen cleaner. This is the apricot and orange antibacterial one from Marks and Spencer's. You're going to need a soft cloth. I am using this one. It's by Marigold. I will add all the details below if you want to check out any of the stuff that I'm using today, so you can find them below. And the last thing you're going to need is a hot cloth with some antibacterial washing up liquid. We are not using bleach today. what the end result looks like, and the mixer is nice and clean once more. So I've just literally washed the stuff up that I was using, and I've given it a rinse with hot water to get any residue off of it. That has all been placed back within the mixer to fight another day, and it is nice and clean again. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. If you have done, give it a like, guys, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I will be back again next week, Sunday, for some more Hayley's help, and in the meantime, I'll chat with you guys in the comments below and over on the community pages. Mwah. Have a lovely week, guys. Bye.